Nation, before we all give the turkey the hot foot, this podcast is being recorded in the second part of November. Longtime friend of the family, and I've tracked for some time, and no, it's not Seattle billionaire Hanauer, it's Mike Hanauer. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Harry, and I would agree. You've been a staple in my life since I joined Datto back in 2011.
Great, great. So you're flying the flag for your entity, consulting entity. Totally get that. You know, in a world of side hustle, we all do three or four things. Trust me. And
Yeah.
this ain't your dad's economy, to say the least. So what's going on? Change has arrived. You're doing some cool stuff. So why don't give us a quick recent history of what you're doing, and then what you're doing today.
Yeah, so over the last few years, I was chief revenue officer at Total for just about a year and a half. I'm still involved with Total as an investor and helping them out with some work. But recently, just relaunched my consulting firm, GreenLake, and yeah, just been really exciting. Really, two main focus areas. One is there's a lot of private equity and VC, and a lot of financial sponsors coming into the MSP space right now. The instinct when people get around to funding is to hire a CRO, and a lot of times that's not what's needed. It's somebody on an interim basis to come in, get all the people, process, systems, technology operating in the right way, and then turning it over to a good, strong sales leader. So that's one area that I'm focused. And another area along the same lines is I've been through a lot of M&A activity on both sides of the house. And with all these roll-ups going on, you got great financial sponsors that are doing a great job in due diligence. You've got great MSPs that have built a strong, solid cybersecurity-based platform, finding the right cultural fit for their business. The two businesses come together, and now what happens? So I'm focused very much in making sure 1 + 1 can equal 3. And making sure you focus on retention first, retaining those key customers, and then making sure that you have the right pricing, packaging, and team in place to really expand the business. So those are the two areas that I'm mainly focused on. Very, very niche, but big need for it. Seen a lot of activity over the last month.
Yeah. So two thoughts. One is I'm real big on post-acquisition integration. Is I've told you, in modern times, I'm on the board of a small, I now call it a community private equity group, 6 guys and a pizza. And I say that because, like, I just came back from IT Nation, and man, the minute you say private equity, your dinner partner goes, waiter, check,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. And I like the idea of community. One of my tours of duty as an IT pro yesteryear was at the Credit Union League. And that is community banking, right? I mean, I really believed in it. So I'm getting a better conversation by saying, guys, I'm not on Fifth Avenue and Wall Street in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, man, it's me. But the point is, I've had some exposure to it. And in fact, and one deal in particular, 2 geeks are getting together. I was probably going to take an assignment internally after the acquisition fell through on wedding day at the altar, which happens. But we were really worried about post-acquisition integration. 2 geeks, you need a little bit more DNA diversity when you get married, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, with when we merged Datto and Autotask together, I was a part of that integration team, and we were the acquiring business there. And then at Scout, we were acquired by Barracuda. So I thought, I'm going to sit down and write down all this stuff that we did, and put together a project plan and a playbook. And I got 15 pages into a Word document, and I thought, I got to slow this down because there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you talked about the, I call it a microsector, or a niche within the MSP community. And I'll tell you why. I'm a little defensive when I go to these events like IT Nation or any of them. There's a lot of guys, and God bless them, but they think the MSP, they would call it a sector. They think it's the only sector in the world. And I said, well, try Department of Defense, try healthcare. You're not the only sector in the world. Okay, you're actually relatively small. And now, with that said, you're aware I released my 2026 MSP forecast at IT Nation now a couple of weeks ago. Been getting some good conversations and traction at the executive vendor level and Joe, the computer guy level. And it's a strange economic niche that, like 07 through 09 in the financial crisis, we were resilient. It's like this thing is both counter-cyclical and cyclical, right? And now that we have some absolute, I don't know, well, we can call it madness in the economy, just turn on CNBC every day, we're going this way, we're going that every frickin' day. What's your take on that? This thing won't die.
Well, I mean, I think this all, like, if you look back to the pandemic when MSPs got named as essential workers, like that was really I feel like that was a catalyst for a lot of MSPs to be like, yeah, like we are important. And like the way that I look at it, I could easily go and be a vice president of sales at some big 10,000 employee cybersecurity company.
Oh God!
But like they're solving problems for the 1%. It's for stock buybacks, and it's like when you're selling the Fortune 500, Fortune 1000, you're not protecting the real backbone of the economy, the small and medium businesses. You're making sure that ransomware doesn't hit the local deli and the kid can't pay, and the parents can't pay for little league fees for a kid. Like it's like you're helping real people in this community, and I think there's a lot of passion behind that.
Yeah, and I'll end on this. We're at time, and we'll circle back to you. By the way, it's been too long. But again, we're recording the second part of November, the day after Black Friday, Thanksgiving. Is Small Business Saturday. That is a big holiday for SMB Nation. Don't have time to go into it, but it raises your point that you just made. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the laundromat, the deli. I'll be out with my camera. I mean, I really like Small Business Saturday, and I got to buy some holiday cards, and so join me, and folks listening, join me. Go give your local small business a few shekels. It makes a difference.
And I'm a small business too, so feel free to call me.
There we go. All right, Mike. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Okay. Bye-bye.